Welcome back, peeps. I'm your host, Troy Burke, and you are watching Burks In-House. I want to give shout outs and thanks to Team X_Digital, TuneCore, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. New friends, old friends, followers, listeners, streamers, and creators. Creators, this blog is for you. You know, my underdogs, such as myself. My sleeve roller uppers, my grinders. I'm watching this interview with a radio host, a gentleman I follow and look up to. Though I believe in a lot of what he stands for and he comes from a place of passion, the last year or so, he's really pushed his opinion hard on areas in the music business that I do not agree with. We all have our opinions, and when I consistently hear creators or artists getting barked at for their choice of how they present their art, it starts sounding trollish. Again, my opinion. This guy goes on and on. Headlining bands should make a rule that their opening acts cannot play to backing tracks, which this gentleman lumps backing tracks in the same as being fake or lip syncing. This is not true. Playing the tracks, you are actually playing, singing, or rapping live to pre-recorded tracks. The tracks act as a virtual band member to add to fullness of your sound, add a tightness to your sound, so the audience can recognize your songs live, or it's creativity or experimental, or it can practically be just to cut the cost down on hiring even more band members to achieve that full sound. Now let me drop some knowledge on you peeps. Even though playing the tracks has been going on since the late 70s, it's a pay-to-play business. Say you're a band or artist that has no investor, no tour support, or even record label backing. You don't have any money, but you own 100% of everything. That's great. You also have to pay for everything. Many headliners charge an opening act around $1,500 a night to play a 20-minute set with no sound check, not to mention backline equipment rental, or if you're going down the tour bus road, that's about $50,000 a week to rent. Now, my opinion, if I'm going to pay you $1,500 tonight to open up for you with no sound check, you're going to have two choices. You're either going to refund my money, you're going to find me a couple band members and give me a sound check while I give you my lyric sheets and my notation or chord sheets for those band members to come in and take the place of my tracks that you will not let me play to for a 20-minute set I've already rehearsed with my tracks. If I'm paying you, you're not going to tell me I can't use my tracks, especially when I'm really playing live to them. I'm not lip syncing, and that's not what playing the tracks is. It is not lip syncing. I think artists have every right to be as creative as they want to be. Now, I agree, you should be playing live to your tracks. Totally agree with that. And I've done both. I've been in bands where we haven't had to use tracks, and I've been in bands where we use some tracks in some songs, but not every song. So, and I'm deeply rooted in rock and roll. That's where my roots are at, though I mess with rap, pop, techno, dance. I like to mix it up. I don't like being bored. I like to experiment, and I haven't always had the money to hire that 4th or 5th or 6th or 7th band member to take out and then have to pay them to play and still try to pay myself to play, okay? And I create all my tracks myself for the most part. Sometimes I hire studio musicians. Now, another creator I follow and agree with on about 70% of their content. This creator sells music marketing courses at scale. This gentleman's last couple ads for his channel are straight up, in my opinion, rude. Mind you, these ads are the ones that interrupt you in the middle of another video that you're watching. Given, yes, you can do that. You're allowed to do that with your ads. He's saying, why listen to a creator's content that is a broke producer, a janitor, or works a day job and teaches to a bunch of amateurs? Now, this ad is obviously to get other people to come to his channel and buy his courses from him at scale, which all good and fine. And I want to stop right there, and I want to give credit where it's due. I follow both of these creators, and I agree with a lot of what they say. This is just my disagreement. Both gentlemen have huge platforms, and they are mastermind pro influencers. They make a living doing this. To me, it's trollish, what I like to call targeted trollish marketing. They run ads on their platforms to target people to follow them and to do business with them. At the same time, people like me, if I was to fire back, which I'm kind of firing back, but again, I'm playing devil's advocate. If you're not thinking straight and you fire back calling these gentlemen out by their name, this causes a reverse psychology and a snowball effect that makes you look bad in front of their followers, and then shade and dirt to knock you down a few pegs gets thrown back at you, which makes you look like the bad guy. You mention their name, they gain more publicity from the snowball effect, and they win. In other words, these two gentlemen are throwing their content out at other creators and artists on purpose to get them to say their name and fire back at them. This is playing on the old drama trick, and then the drama turns into controversy. Controversy turns into media, which gets views, and then the controversy turns into conspiracy, and then you're the one that becomes this conspiracy artist because you fire back at them in their comments or make videos calling them out by their name. I see a lot of this going on now, and I know you guys do as well. A lot of people are cashing in or trying to cash in on drama creates followers. Be careful out there. If you're a creator and your channel's not that big, or you're an artist and you're still growing your following's not really big, but you know you got something, you're working hard at it and you're building it, keep building it. Do not listen to the shade being thrown. These two ads are designed to discourage you, to keep you down in the place that you're at, to cause confusion. That's the agenda. And hopefully you'll fire back calling them out by name, and ultimately you lose. The way to win is just keep doing what you're doing. If you have an original idea, you have a solid plan, you're learning how to make ads, you're learning where to invest your money, you're growing your audience, stay on it. Don't get caught up in the drama because it's dangerous. It can come back and bite you in the ass. Well, folks, that's what I have for you this week. This is probably going to be the last vlog until after the first year. I don't know, I might squeeze one in, but I want you to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Troy Burke here to always tell you how it is. Peace, love, rock and roll. This has been Burk's In House. See you soon.